Hi, I'm Fuji. I got a question from Mo. I'm using Brizy in WordPress, but how can I increase the display speed with Brizy? I've heard that the display speed of plugin builders is a problem, and the display speed is also based on Google's SEO evaluation standards. So I'd like to know how to increase the display speed with Brizy. I feel that it will be faster if I pay attention to the capacity of the image to be uploaded and delete the cache after editing. Thank you. And I got an additional question. I got a question about whether Brizy Cloud is faster than WordPress Brizy. First, I'll answer from the second question. As you said, there are two types of Brizy. There are two types, Brizy used in WordPress and Brizy Cloud used in the cloud. Which one is faster in display speed? And I'd like to talk about how to change the display speed. First, I made a comparison. Please look at this. This is a page made in Brizy Cloud. I didn't make it, but there is a template. There is a template, and I imported this layout as it is. It's a layout called Sushi. I'll install this. And I'm publishing this. I published this and measured it with Google Page Speed Insights. The actual speed was like this. Mobile is 69. Desktop is 76. It's pretty good. Some people may say that it won't work with SEO unless it's 80 or 90. In my experience, there are cases where the page speed is 50. Page speed is important. It's important when it comes to usability. Even if it's 69, it doesn't have to be that hard. Of course, if it's a score of 20 or 30, it's not good. If it's 69, it's not a problem. If you import the layout as it is, it's 69. On the other hand, I'm using the same layout for WordPress. I imported the layout called Sushi as it is. I published this as well. In the case of WordPress, the score was 59 for mobile and 86 for desktop. In the case of WordPress, mobile is about 10 points lower than Brizy Cloud. On the other hand, in the case of WordPress, desktop is faster than Brizy Cloud. There are some strange differences. I personally think it's a mistake. I think 10 points are different. In the case of mobile, it's a big difference of 10 points because it's 69 and 59. I think it's a mistake. I personally think it doesn't matter whether it's 59 or 69. This is also based on my experience. But to conclude here, WordPress of Brizy is more likely to speed up the page than Brizy Cloud. I'm actually going to do it now. This is related to the first question. In the case of WordPress, there are many ways to speed up the page. In the case of Brizy Cloud, you can't touch it, but in the case of WordPress, you can touch it. I think this adjustment can be done. As you can see here, the speed of display is the size of the image. There is no doubt that it will be faster if you change the cache. I think there are some other things you can do. I hope I can give you some useful information. The first thing I want you to check to speed up Brizy is the plugin. It's important to know how many other plugins are installed. Even if you add a plugin that speeds up WordPress, there are cases where there are too many plugins and it gets in the way. The less plugins you install now, the more likely the page will speed up. So please review the plugins first. If there are too many plugins, the page speed will not be slow, but there is a possibility that some plugins are in the way. Especially plugins that include a lot of JavaScript and CSS will slow down the page speed. I want you to leave what you need, but if you don't need it, I hope you can uninstall and delete it. Let's start with something easy. I think it's easiest to use a plugin. I'm using a plugin called Short Pixels. Short Pixels. Was it Short Pixels? Which one was it? Short pixels. There it is. Short pixels. I'm going to use this. Then I'll install this and make it work. This is a plugin that compresses images. And when you install short pixels, this screen will appear. You'll need an API. Let's request the API. You can get it for free. Enter your email address, check it, and press the request key. Then you can use it for free like this. First, let's use the compression type in the middle. This is a type that compresses a lot and has little image deterioration. Compress the thumbnail as well. In the case of large images, you can set the maximum size. I'll save the changes. I'll check for advanced users. Since it's the next generation image type, you can choose other types of images such as JPEG and PNG. Personally, even if I choose a lot, the display speed doesn't change much. So I think this is good. Let's do this time. Let's save it and move on to one-shot processing. Press Start Optimizing. I'll reduce the image in the media library. First, I'll calculate it. I need 25 credits. In the free version, you can get 100 credits for free. 100 credits per month. Let's reduce the image. I'd like you to look at the media library. If you compress the image now, you can compress 60% of this image. I'll press Compare. This is the original image. If you compress it with a short pixel, it looks like this. You can see it at a glance. I don't think you can tell if the image is compressed. Even so, the size of the image is decreasing. As you can see, the size of the uploaded image is getting lighter. 74, 66%. Some images are lighter than 75%. Compression has been completed. I'll press the Finish button. I'll install a plugin to speed up the website. I'll click Add New. Auto-optimize. I'll install this plugin. You can choose any plugin you want. I'm using Auto-optimize. I'll use it this time. I'll install it. I'll open the settings. I'll click Auto-optimize. You can set this. I set the settings like this. If there is a problem with the layout, please fix it. I set it like this. I'll scroll down. Please check it. I'll delete the saved changes and caches. This is the second place. I'll delete the Google fonts and emojis. It's just a matter of feeling. By doing this, the display speed may be accelerated. I've put in a delay reading for the image. Is it like this? I'd like to measure the page speed again with this content. What I just did was to organize and check the plugin. I put in a short pixel and compressed the image. I put in auto-optimize and optimize CSS, JavaScript, etc. I'll measure how fast it goes just by doing these two things. When I didn't do anything, the mobile was 59 points and the desktop was 86 points. I'll measure the page in the same way. I'll put in the URL and analyze it. I'd like you to see how fast it goes. The display speed results came out. The mobile was 83 points and the desktop was 98 points. If you compare them, the mobile was originally 59 points, but just by doing two things, it increased to 83 points. It's pretty fast. I think it's a pretty good score. The page speed increased from 86 to 98 points for the desktop. The layout hasn't collapsed in particular. Compressing the image in the page like this, and compressing the CSS and JavaScript in the page, will increase the speed. The easiest way to do this is to put in auto-optimize and short pixel. I think it's pretty fast. So that's it. This time I tried to speed up the WordPress site where I installed Brizy. If you cut where you want to cut, the display speed will be faster. It's not that bad even with the original 59 points of this mobile. But by optimizing and compressing the image compression, CSS, and JavaScript, the display speed will be further improved. I think it's enough if it's over 80 points. In my personal experience, when I was in junior high school, I was happy if it was over 80 points. So there is no problem. I think 83 points is enough. The desktop is also fast. 98 points. It's almost full, so I hope you can use it in this state. So this time, I answered this question. I hope it will be useful. See you.